Hey, what's going on guys? It's Doesn't Conform, bringing you some more Call of Duty Ghosts. This video is going to be about the AK-12, and it is the next video in my series of guides slash best class setups. The gameplay in the background is on Freight. I am using the AK-12 obviously, and I end up going on a 19 kill streak before I get beasted by some camper with a sniper rifle. But all in all, I end up going 29-3 in some regular team deathmatch, so I hope you guys enjoy that. So let's get right into this. Let's talk about the stats of the AK-12. The AK-12 can be unlocked at any time with 7 squad points. It fires at around 689 RPM and has an aim down sight of 0.3 seconds, which is universal for every assault rifle. The AK-12 is among the slowest firing assault rifles, coming in the third slowest in the game. But don't be deterred by the slow rate of fire, as this weapon deals a ton of damage. The AK-12 can kill in 3 bullets at 37 meters or less without any attachments, 44 meters with the muzzle brake, and 27 meters or less with the suppressor. Everything after these measurements is a 4 bullet kill at any distance. So everything after 37 meters with no attachments, everything after 44 meters with the muzzle brake, and everything after 27 meters with the suppressor, you can get a 4 bullet kill. The AK-12 has a 1.4 headshot multiplier, which means at 35 meters or less you can get a 2 bullet kill. With the muzzle brake, you can get a 2 bullet kill at 42 meters or less, and with the suppressor, you can get a 2 bullet kill at 26 meters or less. And these will only come into effect if you are shooting the player in the head. Anything after these distances is a 3 bullet kill potential, but that is only if you are shooting them in the head. If you would like to see what any of these distances look like in game, I made a video on it to show you what they would actually look like. You can check that out. It's going to be in the description. It just shows you examples of like what all of these numbers I just talked about would look like in game. So if you want to watch that, feel free to go check that out. It has a 30 bullet magazine by default, 45 with extended mags. You're going to have a total of 90 bullets by default, 135 with extended mags, 210 with fully loaded, and 315 with extended mags and fully loaded. A normal reload is going to take you about 3.26 seconds. When you have completely emptied your magazine, you are going to get about a 3.6 second reload. And when you do a reload cancel, you're going to get about 2.7 seconds, whether you have bullets left or whether your magazine is completely emptied. So now we're going to take a look at the recoil of the AK-12. And if you look at the two charts, one is without the foregrip or any attachments at that matter, and one is with the grip. And as you can tell, the recoil does get reduced with the grip, so you pretty much always want to run that. By default, it has pretty much just some vertical and left and right recoil all over the place. But when you add a grip, it just becomes significantly reduced. The hipfire is also pretty average on the AK-12 when compared to the other assault rifles in the game. It's not going to be better and it's not going to be worse. And you're most likely going to lose your hipfire battle if you're having a hipfire battle with someone just because of its slower rate of fire, unless they have a gun that has a slower rate of fire than the one that you have. So you pretty much just want to aim down sight when you're in close quarters with this gun. The AK-12 has the second slowest center speed, only to the MSBS, and if you don't know what center speed is, it is the time in between your recoil when it reaches the highest point and when it's coming back down to where it originally started. The time in between there is the center speed. But having a low center speed on this AK-12 is not a bad thing, since it doesn't have that much recoil as it is, and when paired with the grip, you're not going to really notice it. So that's pretty much it for the stats. Now we're going to move on to my suggested weapon class setups, and as always I have 2 recommended class setups. The first being the stealthy approach, which is what I usually do. But on that weapon we have the suppressor and the foregrip. The suppressor is obvious, just to stay off the radar. Although it hurts your range, I prefer staying off the radar. The foregrip is just there to help reduce the recoil, which it does reduce significantly even on the AK-12, which doesn't have that much recoil as it is, but I believe it does help. As far as the perks, we have Ready Up, Stalker, Dead Silence, Off the Grid, and Focus. Ready Up is the best 1-point perk, and we usually have 1 point left over when you have no lethals, tacticals, or secondaries, and I don't believe that those are necessary. But Ready Up is just going to help you in case you get caught off guard by Dead Silence users, people that you can't hear, stuff like that. We have Stalker just to help win more gunfights and be mobile when you're in gunfights, you know, shoot around corners, strafe around corners, whatever you'd like to call it. Dead Silence just to not be heard by people who are sound whoring, and it'll help you move around the map without being shot in the side by someone who's just sitting in a corner, sound whoring and stuff like that. The next perk is Off the Grid, and that is obvious, just to stay off the SATCOMs. And focus is just going to help you win a lot more gunfights, especially at longer ranges when you really need to stay on target. It's going to help reduce the flinch when being shot at, and it's going to reduce your weapon's sway. So with this class, you pretty much want to be doing a lot of flanking, a lot of shooting people in the back, and a lot of sound whoring to help you win your gunfights without them even having to fire back at you. So for those of you who are not the stealthy player, you don't care about showing up on the radar, you like having head-to-head gunfights, then I have a class set up for you as well. And what we have on this gun is the muzzle brake and the foregrip. The foregrip for the same reason, just to help reduce your recoil. And the muzzle brake just to give you a lot more range to get your 3-shot kill potentials or even 2-shot kill potentials. You can go back and check those ranges on the muzzle brake. But for the perks, we have Ready Up, Sleight of Hand, Stalker, Quick Draw, and Focus. Ready Up is just going to help you win more gunfights if you're in a head-to-head gunfight. Let's say they don't have Ready Up, you have Ready Up, and you're both sprinting. You're going to win that gunfight because they are not going to be able to stop fast enough and have their gun ready as fast as you are. Sleight of Hand is, I feel, necessary on the AK-12 if you're going to be getting in a lot of gunfights rather quickly. The reload is very slow on the AK-12, so that is going to help you win more gunfights when you're getting swarmed. Stalker is just going to help you win a lot more gunfights, being able to strafe in the middle of gunfights and strafe around corners and stuff like that. Quick Draw is just going to help you aim down sight faster. And when you're going in head-to-head gunfights, you need to be very fast. You need to be able to aim down sight fast, so that is really going to help. And Focus, that is going to help you stay on target. You're not going to be shooting over top of their head because of the flinch when they're shooting back at you. And the weapon sway is also a nice touch. So overall, the AK-12 is a pretty powerful assault rifle that can kill pretty quickly. It is among my favorite assault rifles so far in Call of Duty Ghosts, but it does have its downfalls with its slow rate of fire and its super slow reloads. But I would recommend this gun, so go give it a try if you haven't already. But that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, if you learned something, be sure to leave a like on the video. And if you would like to see these videos in the future, these sort of videos, you can subscribe to the channel as I will be doing these for every gun. You can also check out down in the description, there is a playlist for every gun I've done so far, and that playlist will be updated as I complete the other guides. But don't forget to check out the video in the bottom left. It is the previous guide / best class setup video I did for the SC2010. You can also subscribe to the channel by clicking the button in the top left. I hope you guys did enjoy though, and I hope to see you guys in my future videos. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.